yet for an appointed time. But at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry.
It will come in the night in the form of a tiny miracle of technology. A subdermal microchip, no bigger than a grain of rice, and people will love it. Oh, they'll call it the next step in convenience, the future of identity, the key to a safer, smarter world. But what it really is the end of freedom, dressed as progress.
The whole agenda is to create a one-world government where everybody has an RFID chip implanted in them. All money is to be in those chips, right? There'll be no more cash. And this is going to be straight from Rockefeller himself. This is what they want to accomplish. And all money will be in your chips. And so instead of having cash, anytime you have money in your chip, they can take out whatever they want to take out whenever they want to. If they say you owe us this much money in taxes, they just deduct it out of your chip digitally. Total control. Total control. And if you're like me or you, and you're protesting what they're doing, they can just turn off your chip. And you have nothing. You can't buy food. You can't do anything. It's total control of the people.
And that chip's connected to a database that has the purchasing records, what you do,
Everything is in there.
There's three aspects to this New World Order. A New World Economic Order in which a computer chip will be injected into our hands or foreheads as a means to track, control, and identify us, and will also be used to make our purchases and scan.
When Elias Brotberger goes to work, he doesn't need ID. And he doesn't need money. In fact, much of what he needs to get through the day is hidden right there, just below the surface, in his hand. Embedded in his hand is a microchip that serves as his keys, his ID, and his wallet.
You will be chipped. It's just a matter of time.
That grain of rice is your entire wallet?
Yes, it's your digital ID, your wallet, can be your passport, your key.
This is the mark of the beast.
Soon, we're not going to need these cell phones. We're all carrying around these cell phones. That's where they're going to have to keep their mandatory digital ID is on this. But a day is coming soon where we're not going to be carrying around these cell phones. All this technology is going to be embedded into our body. You say, I'm never going to do that, blah, blah, blah. Maybe you won't, but I doubt it. You probably will, to be honest with you. You know, we all have these cell phones, right, and computers, and for the sake of convenience. Apparently in the UK, if you don't get this mandatory digital ID, you're not going to be allowed to work. The government says this is to cut down on illegal people and to be able to, do this. It's going to be for your safety and for the good of this nation. I'm glad to see the people of the UK are pushing back against the idea. I'm glad that there's still some people left that's got sense enough to know that anytime a government says, we're going to put this control measure in place for your safety, they're actually ultimately going to use that to control everyone. And what we see right here, this is the final stage of it. Right here. You won't be able to buy or sell. Everybody's going to have this, going to have this mark right here.
Now, it may be hard for you to understand, but there are people all over the world and all over this country who are volunteering to have and to allow microchips to be implanted beneath their skin, subdermally, right around here, right around the perlicue. And with a wave of their hand, this is how it's being sold. With a wave of their hand, they can open doors and start their car and buy a latte and log into their social media and access medical records. Ooh, medical records. That's the thing that lures people. I've got my medical records on here. They smile for cameras. They pose for text blogs. They talk about innovation. This is great. This is so cool. Look. But what they don't understand is that they have volunteered and in essence signed on for their own surveillance, permanent surveillance. You see, they're not pioneers. They're prototypes. Now listen to me carefully. Oh, forget the fact of whether it's safe or not. Let's just assume it's safe. You know how a lot of other things were safe. This right here is the next stage of the digital gulag. Every empire dreams of total control, but only now does the technology exist to make it possible. You're going to carry the panopticon under your skin voluntarily, and you'll think it's cool. You'll become your own barcode, your own UPC sign. You'll be serialized. Mark of the beast. Where have I heard that before? Governments will say it's about safety. Corporations will say it's about efficiency. The banks will say it's about convenience. And the people, the dupes, the fools will believe them. Because comfort has always been the easiest leash to slip around the neck of the free. Are you catching on? Do you understand what I'm saying? Because it's happening. Let's be clear. This microchip is not a gadget. It's not a toy. It's a transmitter, a receiver, a tracker, a device that will bridge your biology with the cloud.
I actually don't know. I probably would, but there's also a law when you think about it as government following your every step and so on. So that's a little bit dodgy, but probably in the future, yeah.
Would you go for that?
Oh, yes. Save you losing them.
Can't lose it unless you lose your hand or something.
And then you can't get it pinched either, can you?